Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Wolf with a Pencil, but as you know you can call me Wolf for short. And today I kind of wanted to do two things. I'll try and fit them in as fast as I can. I don't know if I will be able to, but basically a couple of weeks ago now I submitted my work into ZHC, who is one of the, well, I say one of because there's many big artist YouTubers out there, but he's grown quite a lot recently, and I've recently subscribed to him and I love his artwork. I binge watched all of his videos, and his art style is very different. He kind of does like a superhero kind of comical art style, and I really like it, and it's so detailed. He does a lot of practice with anatomy and things. Anyway, long story short, he asks all of his subscribers to submit art into him because he wants to change his YouTube banner since he's getting tired of it, and he wants to incorporate all of our artworks. And so I was on it like Sonic. I went in and I decided to draw him and his girlfriend, but I wanted to do it in a way which was related to one of his videos. So I remember I watched one of his vlogs, because he does vlogs as well sometimes, that he kind of did a proposal to his girlfriend. Well, not girlfriend at the time, but he wanted to ask her to be his girlfriend. And the way he did it was so smart. She calls him Pudding, so he decided to relate that to Jack the Joker and Harley Quinn. And he drew them as the Joker and Harley Quinn, and I wanted to recreate that, but I did it in a different style. And I thought I should show you guys the drawing that I did, which will be on his channel. I'll put a link in the description down below to show you the video of me and many others' artworks, but you can keep a lookout for mine. It's more or less near the beginning, and I was really surprised. I didn't think my one was actually going to come up that quickly. If I can still find it. It's near to the end, so yeah. So this is the artwork that I did. I also incorporated his pencil because he asked us if we want to, and he really liked it. Him and his girlfriend, they reacted to it and they really liked it, and I was super happy that they did. The girlfriend even said she looked buff, which I kind of did draw her buff, but you know, Harley Quinn works out. Like, you can tell Harley Quinn works out, so that's why I did that. So I drew him as the Joker, but I still kept his essence of what he looks like, and I drew her as Harley Quinn, but I kept her brown hair, obviously, because I wanted it to still relate to them. So this is what I did, and yeah, that's all I really wanted to show you guys. That's what I wanted to talk about. Oh, you nearly got a sneak peek into one of the other drawings that I've done. But, sorry. Yeah. That better be a, instrumental. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, also another thing I wanted to go through is that I recently got my artwork back from school, because I don't go to my school sixth form, I go to a college somewhere else. And I recently got my artwork back, and this is my final over here. I'll show you a little bit of it. I drew me and my two sides of me. So I drew me, and then I drew my demon side, because I don't know if I probably said this before in a video, but I'm really into drawing monsters and demons. So that's what I did, and I thought I could show you a bit of my artwork, the ones that I'm most proud of. I have 3 in total sketchbooks from year 10 going into year 11, but I've only got 2. I've got the other one is somewhere in my room, which I just put away, but I decided not to show you guys that one, only because the fact that I'm not too keen on showing you my work in that one. It's not up to a good standard. It was good at the time, but I've improved quite a lot, but I just don't want to see that. So like, I decided to show you guys these 2 sketchbooks But I'm only going to show you certain things because there's a lot of things in here which I personally feel like is too realistic, since one is based on identity, and most of those have self-portraits of me in there, and I improved quite a lot from my first sketchbook, and I'm not ready to give you a face reveal whether that is in a drawing or in real life. That's as close as you're gonna get as to seeing what I really, really, really look like without all this stuff on my face. Anyway, let's just get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start with this sketchbook, which is going from year 10 into year 11. So I'll show you the starting page, which is like, the theme was identity for this book. I had Objects and Belongings, which is my first book, Identity, and then my final book, which is my final coursework that is part of my final art piece thing. It's a long process to explain. That one was Fragments. So we did like a mood board kind of thing, and I drew my wolf because I drew everything that's part of me, and I drew my favorite Disney princesses. Well, princess and queen. So I drew Princess Tiana and Queen Elsa. They're my favorites out of the royalty family in Disney. And then inside I just drew all my hobbies and my interests and stuff, which is part of my identity. As you can see there, I also did dance. I did dance. I'm a dancer and artist. That's what I consider myself to be. Anywho, I would show you my self-portrait, but it's too realistic, so we're just going to skip all that. I think the closest one you'll get is this. This is part of my t-shirt, by the way, and then I drew it here. I really do like this. The eyes are so eye-catching. You see what I did there? But yeah, I was super proud of this when I did this. The shading was on point for me, for someone who didn't really use blenders at the time. I used I think I used my finger for this. So, yeah, that was pretty good. And, yeah. I'll show you this one too, since my face is disorientated. So that's the photo, but you won't know what I really look like because it's disorientated. And this is the drawing. No! Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind, guys. Yeah, this is my drawing, the drawing version of it. I also drew a wolf in here. It's too realistic. It's too realistic. It's not that realistic, so I'll show you this one. Yeah, it's not as realistic as the one on the wall, trust me when I tell you that. So this was like, I was leading up into final ideas and styles. Well, not final ideas and styles, just the end of this sketchbook, which leads into my year 11 sketchbook. This sketchbook now goes from year 10 to year 11, so I kind of carry it on, and then I get the final sketchbook. Let's see. Where's the wolf? This, you might recognize this since it's my icon on my YouTube channel. You know, the little circle thing when you could, yeah, that. And I'm super proud of it. I love this piece. I was so proud of it. This is the first time, well, not the first time, but I saw how much my artwork has improved. I'm kind of distracted from the music video over there, but yeah. Yeah, it's BTS, by the way, of course. I have to play it. Yeah, so it was amazing. That was like a big step up from the last time I did a sketch or a drawing of a wolf. And what was the reference? This was the reference I used. Super proud, super proud. And it looks a lot like me. Am I willing to show you guys? Well, you can't see my eyes. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. This, yeah, self-portrait. Who was the artist that I did it on? Sarah Golish, not Sarah, Sarah Golish. My handwriting was nice here. Just a side note. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing these studies because I started to pick the studies instead of the teacher telling us to do certain studies with certain artists. So why is this not lower down? Yeah, so I really enjoyed doing that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. Yeah, so I started doing that and then I went on to draw these two. I wasn't going to tell you who this is, but I'm just going to out him and say it's my cousin. You're probably never going to see him in real life. And if you do, I'm sorry, but yeah, this is my cousin that I drew. And I drew Elsa. And I have to say, drawing Elsa was so much fun. I loved drawing the hair. It was so, like, therapeutic in a sense because drawing the hair, the repetitiveness of it got relaxing. Sometimes I get sick of drawing the same thing over and over again, but this was just really nice. I loved doing it. It looked exactly like her, which is what I was really proud of. The hair was just on point, and that was my favourite part about it. I loved doing the markings on her face as well. That was really cool. And I feel like if there was to ever be like a different version of Elsa, this would be it. Loved it. And then if I move on, I also did Rihanna here. This one kind of peed me off a little bit just because her face wasn't slightly symmetrical, and I love drawing symmetrical faces, but no one's face is really symmetrical. But honestly, it turned out amazing in the end, so I was really proud and happy about that. Yes, very proud and happy. This. Yeah, so I just remembered a piece of artwork that I want to show you. And this is like an African tribal symbol. I think that my friend researched because I just wanted a marking to put on her face, but I didn't know what. So my friend just researched something for me and got it up. Oh, also, this is someone from my head entirely. So this is someone made up. If you guys want to give her a name, you can. I honestly don't mind because I didn't give her a name. If you guys give her a name, I'll turn her into a original OC for you guys. Not part of the Alex story though. Wait. Is his name Alex? I keep forgetting my original character's name. The main one as well. His name's Alex. His name's Alex. His name's Alex. His name's Alex. And then who did I do? I also did this one too. My art style is improving quite a lot. So many more that I want to show you, but I'll show you this. I'll show you this. I did me with a bunch of things popping out. Honestly, I love this. I might change this into my icon actually. That's how proud I am of it. I did make the forehead actually large. My forehead is large, but not that big. Not that big, but I really do love this piece, I have to say. I have to say. Yeah, and I also did pointillism, and at this point I was freaking out and getting stressed out because I had to go back to my coursework after I finished the final piece. and that was really stressful. So from this, like, this upwards was just me trying to finish the sketchbook after I did the final. So I did my friend. Hopefully my friend doesn't mind me showing you this. But this took me 3 days to draw. Three. This took me 3 days to do, and you can see all the detail and everything. Really proud of it by the end of it. And this one just drove me insane because I was revising for a exam that night, but I still had to finish the coursework because the coursework was due in the next day, and I had an exam to do the next day as well. So you can imagine the stress I had of trying to juggle both of them. I didn't end up finishing it because I had a mental breakdown, and yeah, that's basically about it. But as far as it's gone, I'm really proud of it. The detail honestly took me forever to do. But that's the end of this sketchbook. I would love to show you more. I might do it later on in the future, but I'm just not keen on showing you my face because all of them, personally to me, is way too realistic to show you. Yeah, it's way too realistic to show you. No. Wait. Nope. It's not instrumental. I don't want to get copyright. And then we move on to my final, which is part of my 60%, which helps this for my final two. Basically, this book of fragments led up to this final outcome here. So I'll show you a bit. So I started off with this. The theme for this one was fragments. And so I did like broken objects as well as like fragmented pictures of people and things. So this was my reference, and then this was the drawing version of it, and I have to say I am really proud of this. Super ecstatic about this. It took me a long time to do, but I'm proud of the outcome that I got with it. Right, this is what I remembered. I did 2 of my favourite R&B singers as well. In what style? Just trying to read the information to see if it's the right artist. Yeah, I think Lionel Smith, I think the name is called. Anyway, moving on. I did Chris Brown on this side, and the kind of style it was is like you kind of do these weird colours on people's faces. I can't remember the reference I kind of used for it, but I did Chris Brown on this side, and then I did Maya on this side. She's an amazing singer as well. I really personally like Maya's one more than Chris Brown's, just because of the gradient in the background and how I painted her. And with this one, I do really like it, but not as much as that. But you just paint unusual colours and things, like splatters, but I wasn't about to do splatters, so I wanted to do it neat. I also did this, it's just my eyes. And that was, the illustrator was Caesar Biger. And this next author is Lena Hunter. Eileen Hunter? I can't remember how you say her name, but yeah. You can't even read that, but this was like the kind of artwork she did. These are my 2 practices, and then here is her own. So yeah, she's pretty good. Moving on, then this is when I started to get into drawing monsters. I drew my mother as a monster. Yeah, kind of like that. It was really good. Moving on, because that's too realistic and I don't want you to know what I fully look like yet. I drew my dog as a demon. So this is like split personalities thing, and I decided to base it off Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But really I just wanted to draw a demon since I was really into it at the time, and I had to find a way to put that into my final. So I just decided to say it's based off Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and I'll do tears and rips and photocopies and things. So I did my dog as a demon, and I also did my friend as a demon too. After I did that, I photocopied it and I tore it since there had to be some sort of fragment within it. And then I drew my other really good friend as a demon as well. But I kept her pretty because she's so beautiful and I wanted to keep that. Yeah. Then I got it photocopied and I tore it so it was fragmented. I kind of like how that came out as well. We're not going to talk about that one. These are stuck in the most randomest places. Okay. I also drew my other friend. I drew a lot of my friends as demons. I drew my mum as a demon too, but I don't want to show you because it looks too much like her. I'll show you the ripped version. Yeah. And then I was just doing practices by the end of it. Yeah, to kind of fill the sketchbook. But yeah, that was about it. I just wanted to show you my sketchbooks. I have 2 canvases as well from my mock exams that I did. My 2 mock exams that I did. But I think I'll show you those in a different video. But that's all for now, guys. So this has been Wolf with a Pencil. I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat my food. And she'll see you in the next one. Peace.